This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
This department and all of our labor leaders who will be instrumental in this project. And I also want to thank Governor Joe Lombardo's administration for their support of this project as well. And we are here today. Why? Why? Because all of us, state and local leaders, business leaders, and labor representatives, we know how critical this project is for Nevada's tourism economy, for our transportation, and for creating good-paying jobs. As chair of the Senate Tourism, Trade, and Export Promotion Subcommittee, I've been a strong advocate for the Brightline West project, and I am so proud to spearhead support for it in Congress because I know how much of an impact it will have on our economy, what it will mean to Nevada. The travel and tourism industry is key for Nevada's economy. It creates hundreds of thousands of good-paying jobs. It generates millions of dollars in economic activity, and it contributing to the success, the continuing success of the small businesses all across Nevada. And high-speed rail in Nevada, well, it's going to be a game changer for Las Vegas and, frankly, for our entire state. It's going to boost our travel and tourism economy and bring in more visitors. And this means that more people will be spending their money at Nevada hotels, restaurants, casinos, small businesses, and at events in our state. In fact, the influx of visitors from this train is estimated to generate $10 billion in economic impact. And it will do this all while making the traveler experience into Las Vegas so much easier and so much more efficient. Because why? We know during the peak rush hour on just one 5-mile stretch of Interstate 15, the average traffic time can take between 3 and 5 hours headed towards Las Vegas. That's time spent stuck bumper to bumper in a hot car that actually should be spent enjoying what Southern Nevada has to offer. And Brightline, well, you estimate this project will remove, remove 3 million cars from I-15. 3 million cars, easing that congestion. I know everyone here has been in that congestion before. Another thing this project is going to do is expected to create 35,000 good-paying jobs right here in Nevada. And even better than all that, the key agreements, well, they're already in place. And this project will be constructed and operated by union labor. And so these are all the reasons I've been leading to push to get this project done. Earlier this year, I was proud to lead Nevada's entire bipartisan delegation, along with members of the California delegation, in a letter supporting this project, bringing Democrats and Republicans together to support infrastructure that will greatly improve both of our states. As one of the authors of the bipartisan infrastructure law, we created unprecedented funding channels for high-speed rail. We secured billions of dollars in investments for rail projects across our country, and we need to ensure this project here in Nevada benefits from that investment. The Brightline West project has already completed the regulatory approvals and environmental reviews needed for the first time in history. Now, it just needs funding to be able to start construction. That's why today I'm announcing we sent a letter to U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg, providing updates on all of the progress this project has made and requesting that the administration support the Nevada Department of Transportation's application for funding. The sooner this project receives funding, the sooner we can start construction, and the sooner we get the high-speed rail up and running, Nevada's economy is going to continue to boom. Nevada's small businesses continue to boom, and our hardworking families can benefit from the high-speed rail system. You know, high-speed rail in Nevada, I know it's been discussed for years, but this time we have the best possible shot at making it work, and I am so proud to help build the momentum to get it done. Thank you. I know you're going to hear from some other speakers. I'm going to introduce next Commissioner Michael Naft, District A.
Good morning. Senator, thank you so much for leading this charge and for fighting so hard to make sure that every dollar we can get in this community from Washington comes and is wisely spent. I also want to shout out my friend and colleague, Clark County Commissioner Justin Jones, who is not only the chairman of the Regional Transportation Commission, but a true leader on all mass transportation alternatives, including Brightline. Thank you, Commissioner Jones. And also, Michael, I know we're going to hear from you in a moment, but I have to say Sarah Watterson is one of the most incredible talents that we have in this state, and we are so fortunate that she's here working on this project and shepherding it through to this point and to completion. I think it's awfully appropriate that we're here on Clark County's campus, which houses both our building department and our Department of Environment and Sustainability, to talk about a project that is going to put 10,000 or more union jobs, union construction workers to work right here in this area, and also remove 400,000 or more tons of carbon emissions off of our roadway system and out of our atmosphere each year. It's why the Board of County Commissioners first supported these efforts more than 3 years ago with a resolution supporting in concept and in principle high-speed rail to Southern California. It's also why last April Commissioner Jones and I and our colleagues unanimously supported the efforts that Senator Rosen and the federal delegation, along with the Nevada Department of Transportation, have made to bring $3.7 billion here to the Silver State from Washington and put those dollars to work constructing and moving this project finally forward. As a member of the board of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, like Senator Rosen, I see weekly the congestion and the barrier that the congestion on the I-15 is for visitors from our most vital partner and most vital tourism partner, Southern California, bringing their residents here to spend their dollars. We cannot simply tolerate again and again, weekend after weekend, of mass event style congestion on the 15, and I believe that this project will help ease that congestion. And as Clark County Commissioners, Justin and I and our colleagues who operate 5 airports here in Southern Nevada, including the nation's 10th busiest airport, see from that perspective that we need another alternative, another transportation alternative to bring people in from the region and ease some of that wonderful visitor count that we have at our airports. And I can tell you, as somebody who grew up here in Clark County and had this vision and this pipe dream almost my entire life of high-speed rail to Southern California, and more importantly from Southern California to fuel our economy, it is truly incredible to finally be able to say that is no longer a pipe dream. That is no longer just visioning exercises, but it is actually our reality with the support of Senator Rosen, the delegation, with the support of and the investment of Brightline and Brightline West. We know that we will soon be riding that train and welcoming our first visitors coming from high-speed rail to Las Vegas. Thank you so much, and I'm so delighted to get to bring to the podium now Michael Reiniger, the CEO of Brightline. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you, Senator Rosen, for being such a undenying champion of what we're doing with Brightline West. And thanks to all of my fellow speakers this morning that represent all the various industries and units that are together in support of our vision. I look across the room today and I see a tremendous turnout, and I really believe that the magnitude of this turnout is a result of all of the support that you have given us from the very beginning. And so we couldn't be any more thankful for that support than we are here this morning. Thank you. The time to build American high-speed rail has arrived. By connecting Las Vegas and Southern California with American-made trains built by American workers, we will in fact plant the flag for the development of an entire new industry, and we will establish the blueprint for how to build high-speed rail throughout the United States. Brightline West's potential to catalyze economic growth, to reduce carbon footprints, and reshape the perception of what travel means in America cannot be overstated. The benefits that this project represents are tremendous. They start immediately and they span forward for decades. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, within it, outlined a plan for high-speed rail, and there were several important components of that plan. It was designed to make America more competitive with Europe and Asia, where high-speed rail is a commonplace. It was designed to modernize our modes of transportation here. It was designed to use federal investments to attract private investments. And it was designed to reassert America's leadership in all areas of transportation infrastructure. And at Brightline West, we are proud to have developed a concept that addresses that plan, and that plan is what Brightline West is really all about, and it will advance all of the Biden administration and United States Department of Transportation priorities. It is American-made by union labor. The project is inherently green and safe, and as I said, it plants the flag for the establishment of a true American high-speed rail national network. Today, with the support of many of the people in this room, we've advanced Brightline West to the point where it represents the most shovel-ready project of its kind anywhere in the nation. We have secured all of our station land. We have secured the entirety of the rights of way upon which the transportation infrastructure will be built. We have cleared all of the environmental federal analyses, and we have prepared all of the design and engineering work that has brought us to this precipice. And most importantly, we have put in place labor agreements that will help us mobilize a workforce for the development of and construction of the entirety of the program, and subsequently the operations and maintenance of the program once it's been built. By supporting Brightline West, we're not just investing in a rail system, we're investing in a vision that has the power to reshape our nation's infrastructure and lead us to a solution that is more sustainable, more efficient, and more connected to tomorrow. That's what Brightline West is all about. That's what we've been working hard to deliver, and we're incredibly proud to be at this moment in time with all of you. With those words, let me turn it over to Mary Beth Seward. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you so much, everybody. Good morning and welcome, friends. I could not be more excited to be here this morning. I'm so thrilled to be representing 70 business industries throughout Nevada. I want to say a sincere congratulations to our friends at Brightline. I also want to say thank you so much to Senator Rosen for your steadfast and your relentless advocacy on behalf of high-speed rail. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you and all of your advocacy and your friendship and your support. So thank you. A big round of applause, please, for Senator Rosen. You know, the biggest chamber has a long history and a long legacy of advocating on behalf of projects like high-speed rail. We've been involved, well before my time, but we've been involved with things like Interstate 15, Interstate 11, what is now the Harry Reid International Airport. And so now, on this auspicious occasion, Nevada continues to look forward to a bright future with Brightline. And I know, sorry, somebody had to do it, right? Keep it up. Keep it up. And we believe that the Brightline future is going to be so additive to Las Vegas and, again, to the entire state. And it's going to be an important catalyst for innovation, we've talked about jobs being so important here in Southern Nevada and across the state. 35,000 is the number we're looking at. And it's a way to leverage the existing resources that we have here in the state to stimulate job growth, as we said. And why is that important? It's so important to our families. It's important for education. It's important for our kids to have a bright future. And so these jobs will not only expand in the areas of construction and tourism and travel, but also in the areas of healthcare and things like, tourism, of course, we said that, technology, healthcare. It's going to be monumental for our destination. And on behalf of all of us at the Vegas Chamber, we could not be any more honored or proud to have been part of such a wonderful project. And thank you again, Senator Rosen. Thank you to our friends at Brightline. We really appreciate you being here today. And now I'd like to introduce our next speaker. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Greg Regan. I'm the president of the Transportation Trades Department of the AFL-CIO out of Washington, D.C. I'm lucky enough to represent 37 unions across all modes of transportation, including building and construction trades as well as rail unions. We do national work. We do federal policy work. We don't usually weigh in on regional or local projects. So why am I here today? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, Brightline came to us and recognized that labor is a valuable partner in this. And that's truly what we've been with them, is a partner, both in terms of the PLA that they've agreed to early on, but also with an unprecedented agreement on the operating side to ensure that we will have union, well-trained operators to do every aspect of operating a railroad. The other reason is I believe that this is an embodiment of the type of goals that the infrastructure law were meant to bring forward. It's going to modernize and expand transportation options for people across this country. It's going to green our infrastructure. And more importantly, it's going to do it with union jobs. There's no shame in having really good, well-paying, good benefit jobs in these projects. That's the type of growth we should be expecting. And that's the type of growth that this project will deliver. So we're proud, very proud, to be supporting this one. Not only because of the growth it will do here, but the example it will set for the rest of the country about what is possible, what we can do with this money, how we can expand our passenger rail network in a way that will deliver real results and real options for people all across the country. So as a representative of labor across the board, I'm proud to be here. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for all the work you're doing to put this project on the ground. And now I would like to introduce Tracy Larkin-Thomason.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tracy Larkin-Thomason, the Director of the Nevada Department of Transportation, and extremely excited to be here. First, I would also like to thank Senator Rosen for keeping the bright light shining on this project and keeping that momentum going and the support that she's had in Washington and continually supporting us to move forward with the application of the grants and the support there. I also we were teasing in the back that I'm the closer for this length of speakers. But the point I want to make there is working with NDOT is actually the closer to working with Brightline to bring this project to fruition. We have been working on this project in some form or fashion since 2004, personally since 2004. And so to actually have an amazing team, and I'm going to point out Michael and Sarah and Adrian, and I know there are others here, but I can't name them all, but to actually bring this to fruition. We started with a destination at Victorville. We moved on to Palmdale. We are now in Los Angeles. That's amazing. I want to give it that. So actually working with our team, and I just want to say that we have been working closely to make sure that when we receive the grant, not if, when we receive that grant, I don't want to jinx it though, We are ready. We are ready to hit the ground running. We have expertise in place. We have people to move forward on the remaining permitting. While the really major heavy lifts have been done, there's still a lot of work to do. And we are looking forward to get started and to keep on their timeline to hopefully be open before the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. So it's a very aggressive schedule, but I think we're prepared to do it. So everyone, thank you for having this press conference to highlight it again, and thank you for your support to the Secretary. That's it. Thank you.
Well, what I want to say before we take questions is that you just see a few of the people up here, and I'm going to use all the puns. It's a bright future, a bright day. We're shining a bright light, and we're going to just brighten our entire community with the faces of all of those happy folks who come here from California on the train. The minute they get on that train, they can begin their vacation experience. That's going to be a real game changer for tourism in Nevada. We understand that. Myself, as chair of the Tourism Committee, I understand that. We are proud to be here. We will continue to press the Department of Transportation for a quick determination to bring us that grant money, coupled with the public-private partnerships, all the work that we've already done to see this project to fruition, we hope, by the 28 Olympics. Now I'm going to bring everyone, you can all stand up around here, and I'm going to open it up for questions because we have different expertise. And please go ahead and I think Joe will call on anyone, and we will see who gets to answer the question. How's that? We have business, we have labor, we have Brightline, we have city and federal government.
So two questions. If you're awarded this grant funding, when will the shovels be in the ground? If you're not awarded the funding, what will you do then?
Well, I'm expecting that Secretary Buttigieg will award this funding. Why? Because we are shovel ready. In the next few weeks, over 100 permits will be complete. I know you've done all your work all the way to California. We understand that this meets all of the requirements that the bipartisan infrastructure law, which funds this type of project, to go forward. It's environmentally friendly. It brings tourism. It's set up for success from day one, and I fully believe that we will see that. But I'm going to let you talk about actually bringing it all the way here and what your timeline is.
Sure, thank you. To reiterate what the Senator said, we feel incredibly confident that we're going to be successful in this grant application because we've designed the program to meet the primary objectives, top to bottom, that were set out for the delivery of this money. This money was established to catalyze this industry in the United States, and we have made sure that everything that we do aligns with what those goals and objectives are, number one. Number two, we've designed a program that can become reality now. And to that point, upon the award of the grant, we expect that we will put shovels in the ground this year, this fall. We expect the grant to happen soon. We want to get this in the ground this year so that we can be open in 2028.
Ms. Rosen, you earlier in this press conference said that this would create hundreds of thousands of jobs. Then you went on to say about 30,000 of them would be good-paying jobs here in Nevada specifically.
Oh, I'm tens of thousands of jobs. I'm sorry. I may have misread it. It's tens of thousands of jobs. Yes.
So to clarify that, would most of these jobs be in California or here in Nevada?
Well, I would think that there's going to be a lot here in Nevada. I think I can talk, Mary Beth Sebald can talk about that, but we know that this project's going to be done with union labor. I think there's over 16 unions you've made, let's see, 16 unions. 13 rail unions, thank you. I want to get that correct. You might want, I'll let you talk about that. We have made all the memos of agreement with union labor, and so it'll probably be a combination of Nevada and California, depending on which portion of the rail, but all of it is meant to bring those tourists here. Would you like to speak a little bit about the labor agreements?
Sure. Well, you know, PLA is the gold standard in terms of construction labor agreements. That is a project labor agreement. Not only do you ensure you have the best quality workforce that are highly trained, but they're also proven to deliver projects on time. So that is really key. So those jobs obviously will take place across the full line of construction. The second phase are the operating jobs, and that's the ones where we have this unprecedented agreement with the rail unions, all 13 rail unions of all different crafts and class, came to an agreement to make sure that they would be properly represented on the operations side. And like with any passenger rail operation, you have to have crews at various points along the line. So I think it will be, obviously distributed along the whole stretch of the corridor.
Tracy?
I also wanted to add, not only are you going to have the jobs during construction in both Nevada and California, but at the end, when it is built, as they just mentioned, the operations, you also have a permanent maintenance station here in Nevada that will have permanent jobs. You will also have the station itself, which will bring a whole different set of job opportunities for the area. So in the long run, I mean, you have jobs, new jobs for a length, like I said, not only for construction, but then 2028 and beyond. So it's permanent jobs.
Mary Beth, would you like to talk about the economic impact?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. In addition to the shorter and medium-term job impacts that we'll see, the innovations that will come as a result of the technology also will lend themselves to future job growth, even down the line in terms of aerospace, defense, technology, things like that. So we're looking at even longer-term job growth as we look into the future of Nevada. And then, of course, with the tourism and travel, this will only bode well for us as we look at Las Vegas as a destination and, of course, the entire state as well.
And I'm going to say one thing before I ask Michael to speak, but what I want to say is that 99% of businesses in Nevada are small businesses. And so when we create these jobs in the short term and in the long term, what do people do? They spend their money buying pizza, going to a restaurant, getting their hair cut, taking their dog to the groomer, getting their car fixed. They spur other small businesses to grow up and serve the community. So this is really going to be an innovation hub, and it's going to create and spur on small business. I don't know if you want to talk about what that means to your district.
I think, Senator, you hit the nail on the head that the ancillary development around this project, from the moment that Brightline closed on the land, there really is no more valuable acreage than the 300 acres of contiguous land along Las Vegas Boulevard's frontage between Blue Diamond and Warm Springs. From the moment that happened, we've been outreached to by so many who want to be part of the exciting project and want to be part of this geographic area. So I have no doubt that this project will spur so much more.
Thank you.
Jeff, two questions here. 2028 seems like not that far away for this project to be finished. Are you watching high-speed rail in California, the one that's already taken 8 years to be finished, and learning anything from that project? And when you do start it, will it start in Nevada or California or both sides at the same time?
So great questions. We are a student of high-speed rail around the world. We've gone everywhere. We've studied every other system that's been built anywhere in the world and learned everything that we possibly can from all of them. That's because, as an investor, we want to make sure that we're armed with the most amount of information before we move forward with our individual investments. So we've developed a program and we've developed a plan which we believe is ambitious and achievable. It's important on behalf of all our investors that we do that as a private sector entity. But there is a symmetry of history here that is in part driving what we're seeing. The first high-speed rail system ever built in the world was built in Japan. It was built in concert with the 1964 Olympics between Tokyo and Osaka. The largest high-speed rail system in the world is in China, 28,000 miles in existence today. It was built for the opening of the Beijing Olympics. So the idea that we get this first American high-speed rail system built in time for the opening of the Olympics is sort of a poetic, ambitious target that we've set all our efforts towards doing. It is absolutely doable. It's doable because we've been at this, as you heard today, for a long, long time. And the biggest hurdles to making these projects reality, assembling the land in the right-of-way and clearing the environmental hurdles, followed by getting the design and engineering ready to put shovels in the ground, have already been completed. So we are now on the precipice of actual action towards making things happen. And that's why it seems short from now. But it's because we're standing on the back of a decade worth of work that's already been done and is in the rearview mirror.
Do you have an idea of what other projects apply to this grant and if they're as far along as Brightline is on here?
Well, I can tell you this, that there's no project better for this grant than the Brightline. I can tell you we are shovel-ready. We are a top tourist destination, not just in the country, but around the world. And I can tell you from day one, if you open especially with the Olympics, this project, this train will have people in the seats every single train ride. This project is destined for success because of what we have built here in Las Vegas. And so no project, I believe, is shovel-ready and as ready for the tourist industry to come. Get that traffic off the I-15. Let's not just mention those hundreds of thousands of tons of carbon emissions we're going to remove, not to mention the congestion. No other project is as ready or is going to be as fun, and we want to just show the world what high-speed rail can do. No place like Las Vegas to do that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all.
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.